Grand Turk is, without a shadow of a doubt, the Christmas capital of the Turks and Caicos. I just love the spirit of the people.
Yes.
I mean, if I could go to Grand Turk just for the month of December, oh,
Welcome to Pushing Your Peers podcast, the number one podcast in the region for living a progressive and happier life. I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas filled with peace, joy, love, and gratitude. Today's episode perfectly captures the spirit of the season as we are joined by Alrisa Gardner, affectionately known as Miss Claus. She shares her passion for Christmas, her childhood memories, and the mission to spread cheer and gift back across the Turks and Caicos Islands, reminding us of the power of positivity, preparation, community, and the true meaning of Christmas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and tell me who you would like to see on the next episode. Sit back, relax, and let's get ready to push some peas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Claus to Pushing Your Peers podcast, also known as Alrisa Gardner, joining us all the way from the North Pole. And of course, her Alf is interviewing her on this episode of Pushing Your Peers podcast. Tell me, Miss Claus, how has it been preparing for this year's Christmas?
well, thank you for having me on the show, Leo. I must admit that this year has been kind of slow, uh, and that is because I was really busy with my real job. And so that took a lot of my energy for Christmas this year. Two of my cousins came by my house and they said to me, why doesn't it feel like Christmas in here? And I said, I don't know. Everything is here as it usually is. And then today a friend came by and, she said the same thing. I said, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm a bit tired. And so you're not seeing that energy from me. And perhaps that's why you don't feel it in the house. But um, I'm back on my feet today. So hopefully, my energy will be up until, from today until December 25th. Yeah.
When I first saw you, the first time I saw you dress up, apparently this is a thing you've always done. But I can recall last year seeing you,
Mm.
and then this year you dropped the jet ski video. I'm like, yo, this is different. I absolutely love it. I mean, when that video came out, I wasn't in the Christmas spirit, but it put me in the Christmas spirit. But tell me, Miss Claus, where did this all start for you? Why did you feel the need to bring Miss Claus into the Turks and Caicos?
Um, well, I always loved Christmas, and um, I work in a ministry that also loves Christmas. That's the Ministry of Health. And one year we were preparing for Christmas. For the first day of Christmas, we usually have a first day of Christmas opening in the Ministry of Health. And we decided, one of my other coworkers, we decided that we are going to get some capes to wear. And so we wore it on the opening day. And I decided I'll just continue wearing the cape and just spreading the Christmas cheer. And I think since then, people were calling me Mrs. Claus, you know. Yeah. But I also work with someone who does not like Christmas as much as I do. And so I just make it my mission to, when I encounter someone who doesn't feel the Christmas spirit, I try, to get them into that mood. I do respect that there are some people who do not like Christmas, but for those who do, but just need a little motivation, that's what I'm here for.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Now you say you have a love for Christmas,
Yeah.
and I know you come from the island of North Caicos. Can you share with us a favorite childhood memory, Christmas childhood memory coming from the island of North Caicos?
Yes. So when we were growing up, at the time, my daddy worked with Turks here. And so every Christmas, we would he would issue um, bags of fruits and candies to the children in the community. And so our responsibility on the 24th of December was to pack those bags. Um, and then we jump into our station wagon, go out to all the communities and give them to all the children. Yeah.
So you've been Santa Claus all your life.
I've been in that spirit all my life. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now you based at the North Pole permanently.
Yes.
Man, I can tell you.
Yeah. Sometimes I say, you know what? I'm gonna take a break this Christmas, but I don't know. I just can't. I just love it. I absolutely love Christmas. I just love the warmth and the joy. And, I think people are different around Christmas time. They're kinder. And so, that really gives me a good feeling. Yeah.
And Miss Claus, I must say I'm so happy for you doing this, especially when you come to an island like Providence Islands, and there's no offense to Provo people, but you don't really feel the Christmas spirit here like that
No, absolutely.
compared
Absolutely.
compared to the other island. And so when you have persons like yourself, and there's this guy who drives this white van.
Yes.
When you see those things, it's like, okay, I'm kind of feeling it now,
Yes.
probably. So I thank you for that. Now let's talk more about, Christmas and your love for it. Is there a specific movie that really puts you in that I know for me, it's Home Alone, right off the top.
Mhm.
Home Alone and Next Friday, right? That's my two go-to Christmas movies. But tell me about yourself. What movies really put you in that Christmas spirit?
Well, my favorite Christmas movie is the Christmas Chronicles. I don't know if you've watched it. Um, I do love Home
I
Alone.
can't remember
I
it.
do love Home Alone too, but every time I watch the Christmas Chronicles, and it's on Netflix, so you can go and have a look at it. It puts me in the Christmas spirit. Well, Santa is in the movie, but it is all about spreading love and cheer during the Christmas season, and I always watch that movie and cry. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. There's a part one and a part two, and that is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Christmas movie.
Man, I love that. Turks and Caicos, Christmas in the Turks and Caicos. You've been doing Miss Santa for how many years now? You've been Miss Santa of the Turks and Caicos for how many years now?
Oh wow, I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I honestly can't.
From your experience being Miss Santa, what is something you would like to see more of from the islands itself when it comes to Christmas?
I would like for people to start preparing for Christmas earlier. Christmas is a very expensive time of the year, but it doesn't have to be. So I usually start preparation from August. Sometimes as early as June. I start to look for if I know the color that I want to use this year. Um, a particular year, I start looking from June for the color. So I get my color scheme together. I start to order things. I request my wish list from my godchildren from August. And so I am nagging the parents from August for the wish list. And sometimes they would be like, oh, it's too early. I said, just ask the kids what they want. They know what they want. And some of the kids would be like, oh, it's too early to tell, but the earlier you prepare, the less expensive it is, least expensive it is for you. So I mean, I know people are not thinking about Christmas that early in the year, but I would like for people to start preparing earlier, uh, because it gives us a time to really enjoy the holiday. When you prepare late, it's gone in seconds.
Absolutely. Early proper now. August is pretty early, but I get it, especially if you have a big family, you have to strategically plan this thing
Yeah.
out. Now you're in full gear now.
Yes.
You know, Christmas is what, 13 days away,
Yeah.
right? 13 days. When this episode is, it'll be probably about a week or so away, right? what is your plans heading into the next couple of days? Anything? I know you probably don't want to drop too much, but what are some of your plans? I just give us a little sneak peek of some of these plans you got.
Okay, so I am finalizing um, my sleigh decor. And I do have some, well, I just completed a raffle or giveaway, I should say. Um, and we had four prizes. And so we had four winners already. This year, so every year I focus on a different age group to, just give back. I don't usually post it, but this year the focus is on the shut-ins in the Twin Islands and South Caicos. Last year, it was the give back was on the island of Salt Key. So
Okay.
I don't usually do anything in Grand Turk or Provo because the population, you know, it's bigger. Um, and whatever I do it out of my pocket. So I have to be sensible with the giveaways or with the gift back.
I love that. So you basically focus on the little islands, the small
Yes,
islands.
yes. Because
Do your giveaway?
yeah, those are the islands that usually would need, something happening, or something back. Usually, well, Grand Turk is without a shadow of a doubt the Christmas capital of the Turks and Caicos. I just love the spirit of the people. I
Yes,
mean, if I could go to Grand Turk just for the month of December, oh yes,
absolutely.
yeah. I might be going to Grand Turk for the motorcade. I haven't made up my mind yet. But if I make up my mind, then you'll see Mrs. Claus in Grand Turk this Christmas.
Now, Miss Claus, I got a question. Do people be requesting you come to the events and things?
I do get requests. I've gotten a lot of requests this year, particularly. But I had to turn some down because I made other commitments. But yeah, I do get requests.
Oh, you say you turned some down.
Yeah. And I
That's
wish I wish I could have shared myself because there are places that I would have really liked to go. But you know I already made commitments for something else, and so I wasn't able to accommodate everybody.
and these requests, I mean, do you do I've never seen it in action, so excuse me, but is it the whole, sit the children down on your lap and they tell you what they want for Christmas?
Yes,
Like, is it the full thing?
yes, and then I've had requests to come into offices to just spread some Christmas cheer to the staff. Um, and children love Christmas, but adults are usually the ones that really need a little motivation and that Christmas cheer.
Especially being on I ain't want to show no shit, but yeah,
Especially not being in
we need one
Gretna.
extra kick. Right, we need one extra kick. No, but Miss Claus, I love what you're doing, and I can tell you every time I think about you, I think about that jet ski on the water carving the Provo. I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like, Miss Claus, we need you down here. We need you. And go ahead.
I I I I bought a raffle ticket last year and I won a jet ski ride 1 hour. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I thought, oh, maybe I could regift it. And, I thought about it a little bit more. And, these things come to me like in the morning just before I wake up, and use that jet ski to welcome Christmas in 2025. I was like, okay, great. Yeah. So it's,
And that video took off.
yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do next year. Maybe I'm going to come from a parachute next year.
We will love that. We would love no, but Ms. Claus, thank you so much for doing this and keeping the Christmas spirit right here in the Turks and Caicos alive. And there might be a child watching this show. How can they make the good list? Having such maybe they've been pretty naughty. How can they get on your good list for this festive season?
Well, the good list hasn't changed from when we were kids. Listen to your parents, obey your parents, do well in school, and be kind to others. So it's that simple.
Yes, you have about 13 days to turn it
Turn
around.
it around.
Go apologize and all them good
Yeah.
things. Miss Claus, you are on pushing your piece, and you wouldn't be a guest on my show if you didn't get to push some
Yeah.
piece. So any word or words that begins with the letter P that has helped you to be Miss Claus, you now have the chance to push your piece.
Wow. Possibility and positivity. Yeah.
Why those two words?
Well, positivity because um I like to always look at the glass half full. Um, so I think that, things happen, but I think that there's always a reason um, for when something goes bad. There's always a reason for when something goes good. And I feel like we can always look for the good out of the bad. And I'm a positive person. And so yeah, so like I said, sometimes I don't feel like doing this, but um, I have to have a positive spirit if I'm going to motivate someone else, you know. Possibility because the possibilities are endless. I I would love to one day be able to bring some of the things that I have experienced with traveling to the Arctic region to see what Christmas is like, to see what they do with their Mr. and with their Santa and Mrs. Claus. And so I would like for one day to bring something like that to the TCI, you know. Yeah. So I'm being positive about that, hoping that that is something that we can one day do here. I mean, it will be children and adults love it. When I go to see Santa, um, a lot of adults are there. They love it. The children love it, and so why can't we do something like that here? You know?
Indeed, I think there used to be an event. Correct me if I'm wrong. The children used to go to Salt Mills and meet Santa. Do they still do that?
Salt Mills is that when the seven stars light their tree. I think
It
that
could be that, I
right.
think they
So that happened.
okay.
Yeah. So that has already passed. Um, but what I'm referring to is something bigger. It is,
Mm.
it lasts throughout the Christmas season. And so there's always a place for you to go and, usually there's hot chocolate. There are Christmas related snacks. So it's like almost like it's like a Santa's Enchanted Forest. I don't know if you've been to it or if you've heard about it. So it's more like a Christmas carnival, but it's a Christmas carnival every single day. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We definitely need that in Provo. Private private sector, if you're listening, please.
Yes.
Please. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Claus, Alrisa Gardner, thank you so much for coming on. We're not done yet. We still have a few more questions. Now, there might be someone listening, Miss Claus, who wants to help you give away some items. How can they reach you?
Wow. Well, on my personal number. But they can also reach me on my email, and it's my last name, Gardiner, first name Alrisa, Alrisa @gmail.com. I've had people reaching out to me with the last giveaway. they wanted to, give back to, because they like what I do, and so they wanted to support it. So I'll probably see more of that next year.
Man, we love it, and whichever way we can support. I mean, you come with the jet ski. You say next year could be the parachute.
Yes,
We looking. Trust me, we could be looking. We can't wait. No, but it's so amazing to see individuals like yourself. There's this house always in Blue Hills.
yes,
Man, they just go above and
yes.
beyond.
I absolutely love it. Yes, I
So when
love
you
it.
see persons like that keeping Christmas alive and Provo is the hub.
Yeah,
And when the hub isn't feeling it, I mean, yes, Grand Talk is the capital. Grand Talk represents.
yes, yes.
But all of us can't go Grand
Yeah,
Talk.
but
So we want
we need
people
to
to
we need
die
to do
too.
better in Provo. We really need to do.
Yes.
There is another thing that I want to um, see done in Provo. I reached out to a couple persons about it about 2 years ago, but I never followed through with it. And it is something that is traditionally done in Barbados during their independence. And so that is a roundabout competition. I know that each company has a roundabout that they're supposed to maintain. And so I thought it would be good for us to in Provo to have a roundabout competition during Christmas time. You decorate your roundabout, and the prize could just be simply bragging rights. And so if anybody from the private sector is listening, or people who are responsible for maintaining those roundabouts are listening, then if you know if that's something that you are interested in, then maybe we can look into doing that next year.
Boy, let's make this happen.
Yes,
If we gotta write a bunch of letters, let me know. We could do that.
yes,
I think because there's man, if we gotta start somewhere. Why not on the
yes,
roundabouts for real?
yeah.
Miss Claus, you put in a lot of thought into this thing.
Yes, I think about Christmas all the time. Well, not all the time, but most of the time. Um,
Now, now we got Chef Nick
mm,
as the culinary ambassador. We need to make you the Christmas ambassador.
yes, definitely.
It's only right, but we appreciate you and we love what you're doing, Miss Claus. And of course, this is Pushing Your Peace podcast. And you wouldn't be a guest on my show if you didn't get a spin-off question too. Are
Okay.
you ready for your spin-off question?
No, I'm not ready, but I'm gonna take it anyway.
Don't worry, we got you. This is an easy one. Which cartoon character voice would you least like to have narrate your life?
Daffy Duck.
What's happy talk to you?
I hardly can understand him, so no.
That's amazing. You didn't even think about that. That was right on the money.
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure to talk to people who are passionate about things. Passion, of course, is a
It's a
P.
P. It's a good P too. Yeah.
It's a good P. You're doing phenomenal work.
Thank you.
Of course. Is there any words? I know you're advocating for the roundabout
Mm.
competitions next year and also a festive. Maybe it can be 14 days or just straight whatever. I know these are some of the things you're advocating for. Is there any final words you have for persons out there listening who want to bring a Christmas spirit to the other islands of the Turks and Caicos?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, that it shouldn't be that tough though. Um, you send my brain into a tailspin. What was it? What was the question again?
Is there any advice you would give to persons who want to bring the Christmas spirit to the islands or anything advice or anything you would like to see? I know you have a lot of ideas already.
Yeah, well, I'll just simply say, come and talk with me, have a conversation with me. And I think from having that conversation, we could come up with a lot of ideas. People do reach out to me for suggestion on things every year, and so yeah, come and have a chat with me, and maybe we can get our brain in motion and have some great things can happen. This year, when I did my photo shoot, I bought this fan a long time ago, this hand fan from the liquor store at the airport, and during the photo shoot, I was getting a little sweaty, and so I started to fan with it. And I thought to myself, this fan is red and blue. I'm gonna add this to my photo shoot this year, and it came out chef's kiss.
I saw that. That looked. I didn't know that was just
Yeah, it
random.
was
I thought you
random.
planned that.
No, it was random. It was random.
That looked good.
Yeah. And after I saw the picture, I said, you know what? I'm so glad that I had this fan in my hand because I think that we have um really, and thanks to God, we have um really gotten through this year and through our challenges. Um and I just felt like, okay, the Turks and Caicos, we've done some great things this year. You know, yeah, we've done some great things, and um, we are a blessed nation. I think this year a lot of us realize how blessed we are, and so I was so glad that I had that fan in my hand at the time. Maybe it was God telling me something. Well, that fan in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And Miss Gardner, Miss Claus, the Christmas ambassador, you've been crowned on pushing your peers. The Christmas ambassador, they tossed the cake inside. The Department of Culture, please reach out. Please. But we appreciate the work that you're doing. And I can't wait to see what's in store in the up and coming days. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to reach out to Miss Gardner, it's her last name, then her first name, Alrisa @gmail.com. If you want to uh, pitch any ideas, have any questions, book up for an event. I know she already booked out, but maybe she can squeeze you in somewhere, right? So please reach out to her. I will also share her links on social media when this episode releases. Miss Claus, it's been a pleasure having you on Pushing Your Peace podcast. I will give you one more chance to say something, and then that's a wrap.
Okay. I just want to add, Leo, that when people ask me to come as Mrs. Claus, I don't charge for it. And that's simply because I love what I do and I don't want it to feel like work and I don't want to get tired of it. And so um, by doing that, I am able to say yes or no, and I feel no way about it. But I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Um, I hope that the joy and the warmth and the peace of the season and the love of the season fills your heart, fill your heart and your home. Have a safe season. Remember the reason for the season, and that is Jesus Christ. The birth, remember his birth, celebrate his birth. And, just celebrate the blessings that we've received for this year. And have a happy and bright and prosperous and healthy new year. And oh, please go and get your free flu shot at any of the primary care clinics.
Miss
Also,
Claus,
we are doing a blood drive in the Ministry of Health, and so please go and donate if you can. The life you save can be your.
indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Alrisa Gardner, Miss Claus, the Christmas ambassador of the Turks and Caicos Islands. We love you and thank you for all the wonderful work you're doing. This has been another episode of Pushing Your Peers podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.